Hi, I'm Suzanne from tvmag.com. How are you guys doing today?
Good. How you
Fine, thank
doing?
you.
Good, good. Tell us about tell me about your characters and what they get up to this season as much as you can.
Yeah, see, that's a tall order. I mean, that's
Yeah.
I play this military guy who gets into a conflict and suffers unnecessary casualties, and he wants to know who's responsible for those casualties, and he wants to get a little payback.
Okay, that's succinct.
Yeah. Suzanne is a husband and a father, and he happens to be the head of operations of one of the largest syndicates in Southeast Asia. He's trying to find a better life for himself and his family, and that's where the conflict ensues and where we come into play.
Right. And Michael, I saw a scene from this upcoming season that your character is religious, and he's working with these bad people. So how do you think he's able to balance those two different aspects of his character?
Um, it's how do I answer that without giving it away? God, you're
Sorry.
well. He thinks that in his own mind, he thinks he's doing the greater good for and that's where kind of his approach goes. And it's a little bit different because there's some people that think they're doing the greater good as well, like Jack Ryan's character, my character, but everyone goes about it a different way. And even your character does that as well. And so he does have to balance it out, but at the same time, he's got to put it to the side at times.
Okay. And Louis, your character is in a life of crime, but also, as you said, has a wife and daughter that he clearly loves very much. So why is he risking his family to do this life that he chose, if he chose it?
Well, I think he got brought into the world at a very young age. He was dirt poor, and he worked as a self-made man. He worked his way up through the ranks, and because of his intelligence, they brought him up very quickly, and began to realize that there was parts of the world that he just couldn't reconcile with, and this is unfortunately. In these kinds of families, it's very hard to extricate yourself when you've dedicated a whole life to a life of crime.
Right. One quick question: What you guys do a lot of action? There's a lot of action in the show, and there's some other non-action parts. Which do you prefer?
Ooh, you know what? To be honest with you, every time you do an action sequence, you feel like a little kid. You feel like some teenager, gonna run and jump, and it's gonna get cut really cool, and it's just something that feeds your adrenaline, and I always enjoy that.
What
Yeah,
about
there's
you?
a bit of a childlike quality to it. We're grown men, but running through the jungle with guns and driving through the jungle, it's super fun. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Good
Thank
luck
you.
with it.